Dobar dan svima. Evo, veliki pozdrav iz Deska Kreativna Evropa. Moje ime je Milica Rašković i ovde sam sa svojim kolegom Bojanom Milosavljevićem. Mi smo Desk Kreativna Evropa kultura i evo ovim povodom Europa Nostra nagrade, to jest nagrada, pitanje je množina ili više nagrada, za kulturno nasleđe je povod ovog webinara, jer je trenutno otvorena nominacija koja traje do 9. septembra. I tim povodom smo organizovali ovaj webinar i pozvali naše drage gošće, pre svega iz Europa Nostra International. U pitanju su Elena Bianchi i Camila Skopinji. Naše koleginice će govoriti na engleskom jeziku, ali ceo ovaj webinar ćemo održati na našem regionalnom jeziku. S obzirom da imamo učesnike iz Bosne, iz Hercegovine, iz Severne Makedonije, iz Hrvatske takođe, tako da jako mi je drago da održavamo ovako nešto gde možemo svi zajedno da se razumemo. Ali kao što sam rekla, gošće će pričati na engleskom jeziku. Samo ovom prilikom bi im se obratila na engleskom da im se zahvalim. Elena, Camila, thank you so much for joining this webinar and being here. I will continue in Serbian, but just to thank you once again. Takođe sam htela za početak da vam kažem pravila, mada verujem ukoliko učestvujete na webinarima, znate da držite mikrofon isključen. Kao što sam rekla, jezik će biti na našem regionalnom jeziku, a koleginice će pričati na engleskom. I želela bih takođe da predstavim i još jednu našu gošću koja nam dolazi iz Muzeja Jugoslavije i koja je učestvovala u nominaciji njihove izložbe Ježeva kućica, Mirjana Slavković, kustoskinja. Ona će predstaviti primer dobre prakse i možda ovako iz pozicije nekog ko aplicira za ovu nagradu malo bolje približiti vama, evo, koji ste zainteresovani za tako nešto, da se bolje snađete u celom tom procesu. Ja ću podeliti slajd sa vama, gde sam želela da vam samo kratko uputim u satnicu. Tu je sledeći slajd koji možete da krenete. Evo. Dakle, ovo je jedna, kako se kaže, popularno tentativna satnica, znači ne mora da znači da će sve trajati do 1 sat, ali potrudit ćemo se da ne dužimo puno. Ja ću vam u ovoj prezentaciji kratko predstaviti šta je Deska Kreativna Evropa i kako funkcionišu stvari što se nas tiče. A zatim će se koleginice iz Europa Nostra International ispričati o tome koje su nagrade u pitanju, kako se možete nominovati i tako dalje. Zatim sledi prezentacija Muzeja Jugoslavije u izložbi koja je nagrađena 2025. godine u kategoriji građanske inicijative i podizanje svesti, dakle ima više kategorija. I na kraju ćemo otvoriti prostor za pitanje i odgovore. Vi sve vreme dok traju prezentacije možete postavljati pitanja u chatu. Možete postavljati na engleskom, možete i na našem jeziku. Moj kolega je zadužen da, ukoliko niste napisali na engleskom, da on to prevede koleginicama iz Europa Nostre, tako da ne brinite što se jezika tiče, mislim da ćemo biti ok. Ali ukoliko imate nešto ne razumete ili bilo kakvu imate nedoumicu, molim vas pišite u chatu. Mi ćemo na kraju ostaviti prostor da vam odgovorimo na pitanja i da prosto još malo porazgovaramo o ovoj nagradama. Takođe sam želela da vam napomenem da će se ovaj webinar snimati, tako da ukoliko ne želite da se vidi vaše lice, isključite kameru. I postavit ćemo na kraju snimak na naš YouTube kanal kako bi što više ljudi moglo da ga vidi. ovako, znači, kroz ovaj slajd htela sam kratko da vam prikažem kako funkcioniše Kreativna Evropa kao jedan od, u stvari, najveći program namenjen kulturi u Evropske komisije, to jest Evropske unije. Dakle, Evropska komisija je donela odluku za programski period od 2021. do 2027. da dodeli budžet od 2,44 milijarde evra kako bi se sproveo program Kreativna Evropa. Kreativna Evropa je program koji je centralizovan. Dakle, kada vi aplicirate na projekt na pozive Kreativne Evrope, vi aplicirate direktno EAC-a, to jest Evropskoj komisiji, znači ne aplicirate nama kao Desku Kreativna Evropa. Dobijali smo takve pitanja zato što recimo neki drugi programi kao što je Erasmus+, njihova kontakt tačka ovde u Srbiji takođe ima određeni budžet kroz koji dodeljuje sredstva i kreira pozive, ali to nije slučaj sa Kreativnom Evropom, znači to je centralizovan poziv gde se prijave direktno šalju u Brisel, tako da kažem. U Kreativnoj Evropi učestvuju 40 zemalja, 27 zemalja Evropske unije, plus 13 zemalja takozvanih neighboring countries ili zemalja koje su na obroncima Evropske unije, a to su naše zemlje, naš region, ali takođe Island, Norveška, Tunis, zatim Gruzija, Jermenija i tako dalje. Možete pogledati na sajtu, evo, dole sam i navela jedan relevantan sajt za Kreativnu Evropu gde možete zaista dobiti sve informacije. Dakle, Evropska komisija donosi ove neke ključne odluke da bi Izvršna agencija za obrazovanje i kulturu ili popularno EAC-a u stvari sprovodila ove konkurse. Ona ih sprovodi kroz 3 podprograma, kultura, mediji i intersektorski program, plus nagrade kao što je ova Europa Nostra. U proseku bude oko 15 do 25 različitih poziva godišnje i oko 250 miliona evra se kroz ove pozive dodeli organizacijama, institucijama. Uglavnom, na pozivima mogu da konkurišu svi sem fizičkih lica, dakle, nevladine organizacije, institucije, privatne firme, škole, obrazovne institucije i tako dalje. Najrelevantniji sajt da se informišete o tome, o pozivima, jeste ovaj ovde Culture EC Europa EU i takođe Funding and Tenders sajt gde možete da vidite tačno koji su pozivi i sa tog sajta vi u stvari aplicirate. Znači ovde nema nikakve papirologije, sve se radi digitalno, sve se radi kroz takozvani program Sigma i ovaj sajt Funding and Tenders. Sad da bi se svi ovi konkursi sproveli i naravno ljudi informisali, Izvršna agencija sarađuje sa međunarodnim relevantnim mrežama i institutima. Jedna od njih jeste Europa Nostra International, koja sprovodi nagrade za kulturno nasleđe, ali postoje i drugi saradnici ili oni koji dobijaju na tenderima u krajnjoj liniji koje sprovodi EAC-a i koji sprovode neke konkurse tipa Culture Moves Europe je jedan od poziva koji je namenjen za mobilnost umetnika i radnika u kulturi ili radnica u kulturi. I to je recimo posljednje 2 godine sprovodio Goethe institut koji je kao i Europa Nostra International, ne kontakt tačka u posebnim zemljama. Takođe Music Moves Europe je isto bio konkurs namenjen da prostorima i muzičarima, bendovima koji je sprovodila isto posebna organizacija koju su oni odabrali na tenderu. Dakle, neke pozive i neke, kao što su i nagrade, sprovode posebne međunarodne relevantne mreže i organizacije. dok su Deskovi Kreativna Evropa zaduženi najviše za informisanje, nacionalno informisanje zainteresovanih organizacija, institucija i tako dalje. Evo, u sledećem slajdu sam i žela da vam pokažem samo kratko kako funkcioniše naš desk Kreativna Evropa Srbije. Mi se nalazimo pri Ministarstvu kulture Republike Srbije i funkcionišemo u saradnji sa 2 partnera, Filmskim centrom Srbije i Fondom Evropski poslovi i razvoj autonomne pokrajine Vojvodine. Tako da ovaj Fond Evropski poslovi zadužen je za Vojvodinu, za region Vojvodine, a ministarstvo je zaduženo za sve pozive koji su iz oblasti kulture, a Filmski centar za one koje su u oblasti medija i delimično kroz-sektorskog ili intersektorskih poziva. Ono što mi radimo jeste organizujemo ovakve webinare gde promovišemo otvorene pozive i nominacije, radimo konsultacije uživo i online. Nekako se posle korone online konsultacije zaista ispostavilo kao najefektivniji i najbolji u smislu da dođemo do što većeg broja ljudi. Tako da radimo ove konsultacije online. Pomažemo u traženju partnera, pošto su projekti koje su u okviru Kreativne Evrope uglavnom zahtevaju partnerstva sa Evropskom unijom, to jest sa zemljama koje učestvuju u Kreativnoj Evropi. Držimo takođe treninge i obuke. Jednom, 2 put, 3 put godišnje čak držimo različite vrste, da li su te podrška nekome ko je već dobio grant, to je podršku za projekat ili neko ko je nov, koji tek ulazi u pozive. Dakle, radimo različite vrste obuka, radimo i konferencije i umrežavanja, jako volimo programe kao što su speed dating i slično. Tako da i umreženi smo sa različitim relevantnim i mrežama, institutima, tako da radimo takve stvari. Mentorske programe takođe i gostujemo na različitim festivalima gde predstavljamo šta u stvari jeste Kreativna Evropa, tako da slobodno možete da nam se obratite i da se informišete za početak ako niste upoznati sa tim šta je Kreativna Evropa, da više saznate. Toliko od mene. Ja bih sad iskoristila priliku da pozovem naše gošće iz Europa Nostra. Elena, Camila, are you here with us?
Yes, we are here.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I think
yes.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the initiative of organizing this regional webinar. It's the first time that we are co-organizing such a webinar together with Creative Europe Desk. Actually, I think the idea came from the last meeting that we had at the European level with the other Creative Europe Desk. So I'm really, really glad to be here with you together with my colleague Camilla. Unfortunately, I don't speak your language, so I don't know exactly what Milica told you, but the slides definitely helped me to follow a bit the red line of the presentation. I have prepared a presentation for you about both Europa Nostra, but the main focus is, of course, the awards, because as Milica told you, there's an important deadline coming up of the 9th of September, which is the deadline to submit an application for the European Heritage Awards 2026. So we had to organize this webinar during this week. For some of the registered participants, probably is still a holiday, and the others, they are just back. So thanks a lot for making the time to join us today. So let me share the screen and the presentation, and then I can start. Here we are. Okay. Perfect. So I will start by introducing the organization for which I've been working for many years, since 2009. And in case you are not yet familiar with Europa Nostra, but I just wanted to explain what we do and who we are. Basically, Europa Nostra is the leading citizens movement in Europe to protect and celebrate Europe's cultural and natural heritage. And so here you see a photo of one of our past General Assembly. In this case, it was in Venice during our yearly summit, which took place in Venice that year. So you see some of the members, and in the center, our president, Cecilia Bartoli, the world-renowned mezzo-soprano, together with our executive president, Herman Partzinger, and next to him, our Secretary General, Snezhka Quatrin-Mihailovic, who maybe some of you know her because she is from Serbia, and she also took part in many events and interviews. So some of you might know her. She's our pillar. So what we do? So we like to say that we are the voice of all the ones who believe that cultural heritage is vital for our economy, our society, our culture, environment, well-being, and last but not least, also for the future of our Europe. So we try to act as advocate of heritage, cultural heritage, towards dialogue with policymakers at all levels of governance. So here you can see our main pillars. So the networking I have already mentioned a bit. So we are a network organization composed by both individuals and member organizations, as well as, of course, important partners. What I wanted to stress is that anyone can join Europa Nostra as either individual or member organization. And for individuals, we also have a special membership for young people between 18 and 33 years old, for which the membership is for free. So I know that I'm always amazed by the young professionals in your countries who take the lead in the cultural sector. So you might want to pass on this information that they can join our network for free. So together with our network and contacts, we organize some activities like peer learning and capacity buildings. And as I was saying, another important pillar of our work is the policy and advocacy on all levels of governance. And then we have two flagship programs, which are the Seven Most Endangered program to save endangered cultural heritage in Europe, and the focus of today, the European Heritage Awards. I must admit that, apart from the fact that our Secretary General is from Serbia, but we are trying to put a lot of efforts in being active and present in your countries. In some of the countries of the Balkans, we have also country representations. here, for example, you can see the reference for Europa Nostra Serbia, which has as President Slavica Vukovic and the Secretary General Vesna Marjanovic. But we organize also activities in the Western Balkans because through this European Heritage Hub, which is a EU-funded pilot project which tries to connect heritage stakeholders and initiatives across Europe. It's a project which started in 2023, and it's the first phase is ending. But yeah, we are preparing the proposal for the next phase, so it will continue for sure. But why I have added this slide is because the Western Balkans, together with Ukraine, Moldova, and Caucasus, is one of the focus of the European Heritage Hub. So there's a dedicated web page of this European Heritage Hub project, of which we are the coordinator, but it's a consortium of partners from all over Europe. So if you want to take a look, maybe Camilla, you can put the link in the chat, and on later stage you can read more. And as part of this project, we have also developed 4 regional hubs, one in Lisbon, one in Krakow, one in Nicosia, and in Athens. And the one in Athens, it's a regional hub dedicated to connect a community of heritage actors and create synergies in your region. So in Southeastern Europe, so you can see the countries listed here: Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Greece, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Serbia, together with other countries like Turkey, Georgia, and Armenia. And this hub, this regional hub, is coordinated by Eliniki Etaria, which is also our country representation in Greece, together with the municipality of Greece. So this is to tell you that you could also have a look at their website, because they organize activities focused on your region. We also organized in the past important events in your region, like this one. It took place last April in Budva, Montenegro, and it was the 3rd forum of the European Heritage Hub on the topic of EU enlargement. So discussions were about cultural heritage as a key resource for cities and civil society. If you wish, you can find also the recording online if you are interested and you want to know more. And then the third pillar of our activities, as I mentioned, is the 7 Most Endangered, which is a program that we have developed since 2013 together with the European Investment Bank. It's every year we publish a list of 7 most endangered sites in Europe, selected among the candidatures that we receive every year. And just for you to have an idea, we have prepared a few slides with sites listed in your region. As you can see, in Serbia, we have the General Stab Modernist Complex in Belgrade, which was listed this year. Last year, we had the home of Yugoslav People's Army in Sabac. But in 2023, We had the water mills of Bistrica in Petrovačna Vlavi. In 2020, the Belgrade fortress and its surroundings. Maybe you have heard about this case because the campaign was rather strong. And the same for the synagogue in Subotica. That was one of the first ones. So the second edition of the Seven Most Endangered program in 2014. In Montenegro, we had the Sveti Stefan in Pastrovici. And in Croatia, just to give you an idea, the historic cemetery complex of Mirigoj in Zagreb. And also in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Partisan Memorial Cemetery in Mostar. So this is some of the examples of sites for which we are trying to campaign and try to save. We are not giving a grant, but we'd rather try to advocate and to facilitate the dialogue among all the stakeholders to find a viable solution to save these important sites. But let's move on and focus on the main topic of the day, which is the European Heritage Awards, Europa Nostra Awards, which, as you can see here from these slides, is one of the many prizes and initiatives supported by Creative Europe. Because for the ones of you who don't know, the European Heritage Awards is the European awards dedicated to cultural heritage, but there are also other European prizes for music, which is Music Moves Europe, for literature, and also for contemporary architectures. And on top of these four main prizes, two of them have also the edition for the young and talented architects and musicians. We also, on top of these four prizes, there are also three important initiatives: the European Capitals of Culture, European Heritage Label, and the European Heritage Days. So we, as Europa Nostra, we are responsible since 2002 for the awards, the prize for cultural heritage. So we have every year, we select up to 30 winners in 5 categories, which you can find listed here: conservation and adaptive use, research, education, training and skills, citizens engagement and awareness raising, and heritage champions. So basically, these awards, they have the goal of identify and promote the best practices in the wide field of cultural heritage. So it's not only an award for conservation. It's true that this was the first category which we started as Europa Nostra only in 1978, but at the moment it covers both tangible, intangible, and digital heritage. And so the idea is through these winners, try to stimulate an exchange of knowledge throughout Europe, increase awareness, public awareness and appreciation of Europe's cultural heritage, and of course also inspire. We like to use the words, the power of the example. So use these awarded projects to inspire others. I already mentioned the categories of entry. If you want to know exactly what we mean by each of them, there's an important document published on our website, which is called Call for Entries. Camilla will mention it later, where you can find the exact definition. as you can see from this slide, so since we started in 2002, by now we have already a gold mine of best practices that we can share and promote. Because since 2002, we received more than 4,000 entries from 47 countries, and we have awarded 674 projects from 35 countries, and we also gave 135 Grand Prix of 10,000 euro. Because I haven't mentioned yet that every year among the up to 30 winners, there are also 5 of them which are selected to receive a monetary prize of 10,000 euro. You probably already noticed that the number of countries is rather high. This is because we also cover the countries of not only the ones taking part in Creative Europe, but also the other countries which are part of the Council of Europe. There's a complete list on our website for your reference. But so in the registration form, some of you asked as a question, which are the winners which have been selected so far. As you have seen, there's a very large number. And if you go to the dedicated website of the awards, there's a page where you can find our archive, and you can search by country, by category, by type of prize. So Camila, if you could put in the chat this link, that would be great. I have compiled for you a few slides with some examples in each category. The first one is from Serbia, is the Bač Fortress, which received a Grand Prix in 2018. In Croatia, we gave an award in 2020, still for conservation for the Kvar arsenal. But we also, of course, have winners from other countries, also European projects, funded projects like this one, Od Europa, which received an award this year in category research. This is a very also a nice project from 2018 about digitalization of cultural heritage, and a tool to use to decide the priorities for cultural heritage at risk. The tool is called Hermes, Hermopolis Digital Heritage Management, which since 2018 also developed and took part in many other European projects. This is an example on how the award can also give the opportunity to make a step further in the development and take part in European project for the first time for some of them. Another Greek project winning from 2024 in the category education, training and skills is Buluki, traveling workshop on traditional building, because also skills is one of the topic and the focus of Europa Nostra. Try to keep up the skills and the professionals who are able to conserve and preserve cultural heritage through traditional skills. Then another one from Croatia, made in crafts and designs narratives. So also the link with contemporary art and contemporary design with cultural heritage. I won't go into details about this one, because we are lucky enough to have a presentation in a few minutes about Eshkok's home, Inventing a Better World, the winner from Serbia of this year in category Citizens Engagement and Awareness Raising. In the same category this year, we have a project from Bulgaria, which is the art of protecting Deska, which is a park which was at risk due to invasive urban development. And this is an example on how citizens, civil society can also take the initiative and lead to save important part of our cultural natural heritage. Then in Heritage Champions, which is the only category dedicated to individual and organizations, we have, for example, the Society of Friends of Dubrovnik Antiquities, which received a Grand Prix in 2024, or in 2016 from Bosnia and Herzegovina, the employees and activists of the National Museum of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So this was an example of list of former winners. But as I said, you can have a look at the entire archive online. So all the winners, each year they are celebrated during a European ceremony, which takes place every year in a different country. This is a photo from the ceremony of last year, which was in Romania, in Bucharest. That's the Ateneo Romano, a beautiful venue, concert hall, which, by the way, also received last year the European Heritage label. So there's always a link with the other programs supported by Creative Europe. And yeah, as you can see, it's a big celebration. All the representatives of the winning projects come with their delegation to celebrate together in the presence of the European Commissioner for Culture, which announces also the winners of the Grand Prix. And then each of the winners, they also organize ceremonies in situ to celebrate the award with their own community. And on that occasion, they hang the bronze plaque, which we give to all the award winners. And these are photos from ceremony situ from the past. The previous one was from Dubrovnik, this one from Viskri, which is in Romania, which received last year both the Grand Prix and the Public Choice Award. So it was a really big celebration. And this other one is from Poland, Serfenta. We also have a partnership with the Best in Heritage, which is a conference organized every year by the Best in Heritage organization based in Croatia, in Zagreb. And this year I added this slide because this year, for the first time, and after a few years, during which it was online, this year it will take place for the very first time in Barcelona from the 22nd until the 24th of October. And it's a conference during which there will be presentations of award-winning museums, heritage and conservation projects. So there are always some of our winners, but they have a very rich program. So you can have a look, and who knows, you might want to join them in Barcelona. If not, they will put the recording online, so don't worry. But then, as I said, we are here also to talk about your interest in applying this year. I hope that among you there are potential winners for next edition 2026, which has the deadline of 9th of September. So we still have you still have a couple of weeks to prepare your application. What's important to know is that this call for entries is open. It's very inclusive and democratic because anyone can apply, individual, organization, or municipalities. So all type of projects can be submitted, and it's for free. So there's no fee to submit an application. Just to give you an idea about the process of selection before we go into details about the entry forms and the platform that you should use to submit an application. I want to explain to you the process which brings to the selection of the winners, because it's not easy, of course, as you can imagine, receiving more than 2,050 applications if each year. Cut them down to 30 winners is a lot of responsibility and a lot of work. So we come to that point through a three-step selection process. So first of all, the selection committees, we have one selection committees per category. They evaluate all the eligible submissions in their category, and they compile altogether a list of 60 shortlisted projects. These 60 shortlisted projects across the 5 categories, they are then evaluated by independent experts. So each project has one assessment, which is then shared with the jury, the members of the jury, composed by the chair, a vice chair of the 5 selection committees, plus an award jury chair. And they evaluate all these 60 projects, and they decide on the final list of the winners. So this will happen this year in February, and the announcement of the 30 up to 30 winners, because they can also be less, it will be in April. This year is earlier than next year. It will be earlier than usual, because the ceremony will be already at the end of May in Cyprus, in Nicosia. And during the ceremony, then we will announce the winners of the Grand Prix and the winner of the Public Choice Award, which is chosen by the public. So every year there's a dedicated platform for everyone to vote for their favorite project. So you can, of course, do it for this year. The voting for the Public Choice Award winner 2025 is still open until the 12th of September. So if you wish, you can vote for your favorite projects and decide and contribute to the decision for the winner 2025. But I will now pass the floor to my colleague Camilla. She will go into detail, more practical and pragmatic details on how to apply. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat. We are collecting them, and then at a later stage we can discuss it further. Camilla, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone. Can you hear me? It's all fine. Okay. So now we're gonna pass to a more practical part of the webinar related to how concretely you can submit your application. So everything is basically on our website. So the first thing is to go to the European Heritage Awards.eu/apply webpage, where you will find all the relevant information that you need to know before and during preparing your application, because there you will find the key dates, so also the deadline for submitting your application, and also an overview of actually what happens after you submit your entry. So as Elena just explained, the whole procedure, but also you will find all the relevant links, for instance, to the call for entries that you can also find in the Zoom chat, where actually you can read through the eligibility criteria, so the kind of projects that are eligible for the awards, the different categories that you can apply to, so with the different details regarding which kind of projects can apply to which category, together also with the detail of all the countries that can actually apply. And in case, Elena, I will just quickly show the page. So let me, maybe it's okay. Okay, you see, it's a very straightforward document. So you will find all the information that would be very helpful for you. And our general suggestion, instead of keeping this document there for the whole application, so that you can always refer to the document, check if everything is if everything is actually correct, or if you have doubts about, for instance, the category to apply to, you can always for instance, go here and just check a bit more in detail the typology of projects. So this is very helpful. And also another suggestion might be that of really printing this document, having it on your desk and always making a reference to it. So once you have read and passed through all the relevant information, you are somehow ready to go to the platform where you can actually submit your application, because all applications have to be submitted online. We have this dedicated platform where we kindly ask you to submit your application in English. As you will see, there is also the possibility for you to download the forms in PDF. That is very helpful in the case you wish, for instance, to prepare your application in Serbian and then just upload online the translation. It might be an helpful working document in the first phase of the application preparation. Because going here, you're seeing a different page, right? Okay.
Yes, it's the applied page with the videos. Yes, you can see.
Thank you so much. So here you will see the link to the platform. So it's European Heritage Awards platform.com that will redirect you directly here. Basically, the very first step is just that of creating a profile. It's very simple. You will need only an email and a password, and you are always available. You can always change your password. That is very helpful because passwords are always the things that one forget first. So I think it's very handy. So once you create your, let me just connect to mine. Okay. You will have this page that is actually where everything happens. So you will see here on the top your profile. So you can always change the details if you wish. And the only thing we ask generally is to, that is somehow the most important thing at this stage, is to activate these subscriptions kind of options, because it's what will ensure the notification to go through and that all the emails we send will reach you safely. But when you're ready, so here you will find actually just a recap of all the information, so you can always look at them while writing your application. And when you want to start applying, you just click Start Entry, and you will be redirected here. So as I was mentioning before, from here, just selecting a category, for instance, conservation. If you are not sure, or if you want to read first, for instance, the questions, to then decide the category you wish to apply to, you will see here this PDF icon, and it will allow you to download actually the form. So you can always also print this document and use it as a basis for you to prepare the application, see what is needed, what is required, collect all the materials in advance, and then just go online when everything is ready, and then actually export everything on the online form. And it's also helpful in the case your project, for instance, is a collective initiative. So there are many people working on the application. You can share this document. It's very helpful. But it will also help in the case you are unsure among categories. You can just, for instance, select another category, download the form, and actually do a sort of a test and check if that category or another better present your initiative. But in any case, if you have questions or doubts regarding categories, and even doing this exercise is not really leading to a clear overview, you can always reach out to us and just providing few details about your project. We are very happy to help. So to just let you see more in details how it works, we have prepared a test. So you will see that the form is made of different tabs over here, and you don't need to prepare them one after the other. So you don't need to stick up to this order, but you can prepare each part according to your choice. The only thing is click Save Next after having prepared each part to be sure everything is saved safely. You can go back without the fear of having lost something. So you will see that every part will also have this help text to give you more details or context related to some questions that might be a bit more challenging. The only suggestion that we wish to share with you regarding the contact details is to choose an entrant that is someone with whom we can have a very swift and easy communication, so someone who who at the same time has an eye on the project, but also can read emails frequently. So it's not necessarily to have like a night person in the organization, maybe also someone with a more operative role, but that can share with us information or materials in case they are needed. So this is the general suggestion, but at the same time, the most important for us and also for you, because it will ensure that everything is goes smoothly throughout the application. So here you will be asked to provide some details about all the people that are involved in the initiative related to the entrant, the owner, and the project leader. But just to let you see the more, okay, so from the concise summary on, you will have open-hand questions. You will see that anyway, word counts are there. So as soon as you write, the word count calculates the word. So in the case you go over the word count, the system will block you from submitting your entry. So you will have alerts appearing. And so you will see, for instance, if I go here and I go over, you immediately have these red alerts. You know that something is not good. But once you amend the issue, it will be working again.
Camilla,
So
maybe you can show the page because it's already 12 o'clock, I see. We can show the page on how to upload the photos and documents.
Yes.
And we can also mention about the recording of the webinar.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, because also all these parts will be as this one. So the only difference is here. So for the photos and videos, we ask you to also complement your application with visual materials. And in this case, the slightly different part is that you will have these select attachments. So you can either drag your file directly on the platform or clicking on the select attachments. You can also upload all the files in one go. So you, for instance, you select all the photos that you wish to have, and they will be uploaded here directly. So the only thing we ask in this case is to support the photos with a document, with a description of what is in each photo, with credits, and also have clear titles for each of them. While for videos, you can copy and paste the URL of a video you have, for instance, on YouTube, Vimeo, or even another platform. Then you will also find here a short guidance about the kind of photos that you can upload for each category, so to better support your application in terms of visual materials. And also you have, in terms of uploading section, this additional material section where you can also upload, for instance, promotional materials, leaflets, and any other document or materials that you think can say a bit more of your initiative. And in this case, they can also be in your own language. So it's not needed to have them in English, but they can also be in Serbian. And then the last uploading part is this authorization form. But in this case, it's us providing you the document. So you will simply need to click on these active links. You will be provided with the document that you can fill in. And also, these kind of documents might be the ones somehow making more questions arise. So for anything, just reach out to us. And then once you have uploaded everything is ready, no alerts are on, you can simply submit your application. And if everything is good, you will receive a confirmation email, and you will see here that the status of your application is not in progress anymore, but submitted. And as Elena was saying, if you wish also to have an overview of the whole procedure, more in detail regarding documents, how the application works, we have a recording of a webinar we organized in June, and you can access it via the European Heritage Awards.eu/apply page. So I will send you the link immediately in the chat. So you have here this webinar recording. Well, here Sarah Robertson, a former member of the awards jury, sharing some tips and suggestions on how to best submit an application for the awards. So that's all, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Camilla, maybe we can just mention about the Q&A online session. This is something new that we will organize on the 1st of September for the very first time. We decided to organize this Zoom meeting, basically open to everyone who still has some questions or doubts, and it's an opportunity, an extra opportunity to reach us to us and have our feedback and answers to questions or doubts. So we will publish we will start communicating about this Q&A online session next week. So if you follow our social media channels, then you will see it there. And you can also, if you want, you can also register to receive our newsletter by going to Europa Nostra website. So, Milica, I think
Yes.
we managed. It's 12.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you so much, Elena and Camila. I think this was really worthwhile. Okay, Mirjana, are you here? Can we see your presentation? Mirjana is from Muzejom Jugoslavije. Mirjana iz Muzeja Jugoslavije. Izvinjavam se, sad ovako prebacujem se na engleski lako. Mirjana, jeste tu? Mislim da sam vas bila videla. Nadam se da ste tu. Da možemo i vaš primjer dobre prakse. Odlično. Tu je Mirjana. Hvala što ste nam se pridružili. Izvolite.
If Mirjana needs some time
Ne čujemo vas, jedino Mirjana. Vidimo da tražite ove divne fotografije, ali vas ne čujemo. Ako ste mutirani, uključite zvuk.
Evo me,
Super.
slušam. Tu sam. Hvala puno na pozivu. U moje ime, u ime celog tima izložbe i eto, potpuno neplanirano, imam sreće danas da je na ovom seminaru i Siniša Ilić koji je sa nama radio kao, on je bio jedan od važnih članova autorskog tima, tako da ako nešto zaboravim, nadam se da će mi Siniša pomoći. Ja nisam pripremila prezentaciju, već sam mislila da podelim fotografije, da prosto dok ja pričam idu fotografije izložbe, nadam se da je to okej. Sad ne znam da li to funkcioniše. Samo da...
Naravno da je okej. Pratimo.
Oni se ne kreću. Dakle, pošto pretpostavljam da smo se svi našli ovde da više pričamo o nagradi, o tome kako se za nju aplicira, ja ću se potruditi da o projektu kažem nešto, ali da ako preteram, molim vas me prekinite, ali sam mislila da onda eventualno prođem, ovde imam ovaj formular, pošto mi je Milica nekako sugerisala da je ovo u stvari povod i prilika da podstaknemo ljude da se prijave za nagradu i da u stvari govorimo ne samo o projektu, već o samom procesu prijavljivanja. Tako da ja se nadam da ću to uspeti da ispratim i mislila sam da zapravo nekako prođem, da pošto kažem nešto malo o projektu, da prođem kroz našu aplikaciju, da vidim da li bi to bilo, možda bi to bilo korisno za ljude koji hoće da prijave neke druge projekte. Dakle, naša izložba i naš projekat se zove Ježeva kućica izmišljanja boljeg sveta. Izložba je trajala od 2. decembra 2023. do 9. septembra 2024. godine i završila se nešto tačno pred rok za prijavu za nagradu, tako da nam se dobro poređalo vremenski sve, da smo mogli onako dok još sve bilo sveže da na neki način kroz ovu aplikaciju sumiramo malo utiske. Ono što je možda, da se nadovežem na ovo što je Kamila pričala, ukoliko želite da se prijavite, bilo bi dobro da poslušate ovaj savjet i da uđete, možda ponovo i poslušate neki webinar kako sve ide, ali dosta je sve intuitivno, jako jasno i precizno, ne može mnogo da se promaši, ali je zanimljivo i dobro što možete, ako se odvomite između toga koju kategoriju da odaberete, možete da odete i da pogledate kako izgleda koji formular i da vidite šta su gde neki, kako bih rekla, šta je gde u fokusu i za koju vrstu nagrade bi bilo najbolje da prijavite vaš projekat. Dakle, da se vratim na našu izložbu, mi smo hteli da napravimo izložbu o Ježevoj kućici i o Branku Ćopiću, imajući u vidu da to delo nekako i posle više od 7 decenija nakon što je prvi put objavljeno se i dalje štampa, čita, voli i zauzima jedno važno mesto, emocijama obojeno mesto u sećanjima ljudi koji su generacija zapravo i ljudi koji su živeli u Jugoslaviji, post-Jugoslovena, onih koji se tako deklarišu, oni koji možda i nemaju i ne žele da imaju veze sa tom zemljom, ali nekako nam se činilo da je ova knjiga nešto što možemo posmatrati kao deo zajedničkog nasleđa i nešto što zajednice kojima svi pripadamo, bez obzira na to šta se dešavalo sa državom u kojoj smo nekada živeli, u kojoj je muzej iz koga ja dolazim posvećen, i dalje biramo da sačuvamo to i to je i dalje nešto što prenosimo generacijama koje dolaze. Znali smo od početka da hoćemo da napravimo izložbu koja neće biti samo za decu, već nam je bilo važno da pokušamo napravimo mesto međugeneracijskog susreta. Mesto koje će biti otvoreno i dovoljno intrigantno i deci, ali i odraslima, i koje bi moglo da bude baš to mesto susreta, mesto koje će možda jedne i druge da podstakne da da bude dovoljno otvoreno i dovoljno pozivajuće, dovoljno zanimljivo, da ih uključi na pravi način, da svako može da kroz tu izložbu kreira neku sopstveni doživljaj i sopstvenu interpretaciju tog dela. Ono što je bilo takođe važno, još od samog početka, znali smo da ne možemo da to uradimo same i takođe ideja nije bila da se publika da mnogo kroz ovaj proces nauči, da ovo bude jedna edukativna, didaktička izložba, već zapravo smo shvatili da možemo jedni od drugih dosta da naučimo i da svako ko dođe na tu izložbu će doći sa svojim znanjem, sećanjem, osjećanjem vezanom za tu priču i za Branka Ćopića. I onda, imajući sve to u vidu, smo počeli da radimo participativno i to je bio jedan zaista kolektivni proces i mnogo ljudi je bilo uključeno i trudili smo se da nekako ostavimo dovoljno prostora, da bude dovoljno otvoreno da mogu na različite načine saradnici da se uključe. Što se tiče, znači počeli smo na početku da radimo kontaktirali smo pisce, dečije pisce i one koji su se bavili Ćopićem ili one koji su pisali o njemu ili i o Ježevoj kućici, među njima je bila Dubravka Ugrašić, Dinko Kreho, Jasminka Petrović, Nenad Veličković i mnogi drugi. I zapravo smo sa te jedne strane krenuli u istraživanje. Počeli smo da snimamo neku vrstu intervjua sa ljudima, sa svim tim ljudima kojima ova priča znači i to se pretvorilo u jednu zaista bogatu arhivu sećanja koja je takođe uključena u izložbu i počeli smo pored ovog arhivskog istraživanja koje smo uglavnom radili pre svega u arhivu SANU, pošto se Ćopićev legat tamo nalazi, ali i u Muzeju književnosti i pozorišne umetnosti u Sarajevu, sarađivali smo sa istraživačicama književnosti Marijanom Hameršak i Dubravkom Zimom iz Zagreba, Tijanom Tropin sa Instituta za književnost u Beogradu, tako da smo pokušali da uključimo različite ljude na različite načine. Ja se izvinjavam, zbogam telefon sam. Da ovo istraživanje bude nekako što obuhvatnije, a što se same postavke tiče i ovoga što možete da vidite, od početka smo počeli, jer kako sam rekla, izložba je trebalo da bude namenjena i deci i odraslima, na samom početku smo rešili da uključimo decu, da nekako obrnemo tu praksu koja je vrlo česta u muzejima, da kada se neki projekat završi, kada je pri kraju, da se onda razmišlja o programima za decu. Ovde su deca bila uključena i pre nego što je izložba, što smo uopšte imali ideju kako će izložba da izgleda i od čega će sve da se sastoji. Tako da smo počeli radimo radionice sa decom ovde u Muzeju Jugoslavije, a iskoristili smo saradnju koju imamo sa Historijskim muzejem Bosne i Hercegovine u Sarajevu i koleginica Elma Hodžić nam je pomogla i u Zagrebu, to je bila Željka Jelavić iz Etnografskog muzeja. One su po istoj metodologiji radile radionice u njihovim muzejima i zapravo su deca tu prolazila kroz priču, pokušavali smo zajedno da je protumačimo, da vidimo šta je kome zanimljivo i tako dalje, a onda su nekako ulazili u tu ulogu, nekako saznali više o tome šta se uopšte dešava u muzeju, kako se izložba priprema i ko je sve potrebno da se tu uključi, pa su oni nekako tu postali neke, uslovno rečeno, arhitekte te izložbe. Mi smo onda u praznom izložbenom prostoru na osnovu njihovih ideja pokušavali zajedno da izmaštamo tu izložbu. To se sve završavalo jednim delom gde su oni svoje ideje pretvarali u crteže i mi smo sve te crteže i sve te ideje koje smo usput zapisivali prikupili i tek nakon toga, paralelno sa tim smo radili sa studentkinjama scenografije sa Fakulteta primenjenih umetnosti, koje su onda dale neko svoje viđenje kako bi trebalo da izgleda ježeva kućica u Muzeju Jugoslavije. Tako da one su u okviru jednog svog ispita napravile zajedno, cela klasa je napravila jedan predlog kako bi one uradile izložbu i sa njim smo isto tako kroz par radionica razgovarale i razmišljale i neke od njihovih ideja kao što je ona kamp kućica koju ste videli na početku, one su ježarku ježice tamo smestili, smo direktno preuzele kao i tu ideju da iskoristimo predmete iz kolekcije, predmete primenjene umetnosti, da opremimo zapravo kućice životinja koje se pojavljaju na izložbi. Kada smo sve to skupili, negde u tom procesu, počeli smo polako i da okupljamo autorski tim koji će se baviti samom postavkom i među prvima nam se pridružio Siniša Ilić, likovni umetnik, koji je nekako bio zadužen da ova izložba dobije neku vrstu scenografije, da se sve te ideje, crteži od koje su mnogi delovali neostvarivo i u stvari teško da se od predmete, da se nekako ipak smeste u muzejski prostor. Pored Siniše pridružili su nam se i umetnički kolektiv Karkat, Gana Dimitrijević i Aleksandar Popović, koji su imali ovde ulogu nekoga ko to treba da izvede i napravi. Tu je bio i Bojan Palikuća koji se bavio zvukom na izložbi, jer smo kroz radionice došli od toga da pošto se priča dešava u šumi, nekako ta šuma mora da ima i zvučni element i sama atmosfera mnogo dugo je na izložbi mnogo zavisi od zvuka. To je bio Bojan Palikuća, zatim Jana Vuković, grafička dizajnerka i naše kolege iz muzeja Dušan Jeftić i Miloš Jazić, koji su pomogli da se sve realizuje. I sad onda je krenuo jedan proces u kom smo sad sa različitih, svako iz svoje perspektive, pokušavali da, ostajući verni ovome što smo dobili od dece, ispričamo nekako tu priču. Pored toga sarađivali smo i sa zajednicom gluvih, sa kojom ovaj muzej već dugo sarađuje, tako da je deo postavke postao jedan film kratak koji su oni pripremili. Zapravo su na znakovni jezik preveli ovu poemu. Ona do sada nije bila, iako bi trebalo da bude deo školskog programa, oni nisu bili upoznati sa ovim delom, tako da se onda u okviru izložbe našao i taj segment i ono na što smo jako ponosni, izložba se završila i sve, ali ovaj film je postao sada deo lektire za gluvu decu. Tako da to eventualno mogu da vam podelim da pogledate taj video. Takođe, jedan segment je bio posvećen pozorištu, ovo su lutke koje je Siniša pravio i tako dalje. Sad ne znam...
Izvini, Mirjana, da li možda možemo da vidimo fotografije, pošto sve vreme je preview, pa...
Aha, zašto mi nekad ja vratim fotografije, no, ja sam mislila da to vidite. Čekajte, vidimo.
Ne, vidimo samo preview.
Aha, samo trenutak.
Zvini.
Samo trenutak, stop sharinga i da probamo opet. Ajde, da probamo ovako. Zašto me se to dešava? Ne. A on ima sad neku opciju da deli, da pušta muziku kada pokazuje. Da li se sada vidi?
Ne.
Ne? Dobro, probat ćemo još jednom.
Share.
Share window. Probamo tako. Možda? Dobro.
Jeste, sad radi.
Dobro, izvinjavam se.
Ništa.
Mislim da se to vidi. Tako da evo sada ćemo samo proći kroz fotografije Ono do čega smo došli jeste jedna izložba koja je, znači jedan deo izložbe je bio posvećen Ježevoj kućici, to sada gledamo. Svaka, iako u priči samo Lija i Jež imaju kuću, na izložbi je nekako svako dobio neki svoj prostor i onda smo probali da iskombinujemo to kako deca vide te likove u priči i to čitavo istraživanje, jer smo se pored same priče bavili na neki način biografijom tog dela, šta se dešavalo sa tom poemom od objavljivanja pa sve do danas. Tako da smo te teme pokušali da nekako umetnemo i povežemo sa ovim stranicama koje su vrlo interaktivne. Ovo je recimo sanduče kojim priča počinje, gde se sad posetilac može da upozna ko su sve likovi u priči i da čuje deo te zvučne instalacije, da čuje zvuk svake, da ga svaka životinja pozdravi svojim glasom, a tu negde sa strane je kratak tekst o tome gde je Ćopić mogao prvi put da čuje taj zaplet još u Vukovoj zbirci narodnih priča iz 1836. recimo, prvi put se pojavljuje neka priča koja zvuči kao zaplet koji je Ćopić kasnije mogao da pretvori ono što svi danas znamo kao Ježeva kućica. Ovo je segment gde živi Meda, ovo je posvećen pozorištu, posetioci su tu mogli se upoznaju sa delom, mogli su da vide koje su sve pozorišne izvođenja postojala i da eventualno izvedu svoju predstavu. Siniša Ilić je autor ovih lutki. Ovo je deo do kog smo došli samo kroz interakciju sa decom. Oni su insistirali da Ježi ima neko mesto da je njegov krevet prekriven lišćem i da tu može da se baci i onda, pošto to nije moglo se izvede u kamp kućici, onda je on dobio dvorište. Ovo je njegova kućica i tako, možda da sada ne idem dalje u detalje. Drugi deo izložbe, do kog ćemo doći, i da, na samoj postavci ona se dopunjavala crtežima koji su posetioci ostavljali, tako da dobili smo čak i nešto ovako. Jedan deo postavke je bio posvećen uslovno rečeno savremenim izdanjima koja se nekako referišu na Ježevu kućicu. To su kuća u Ježevu koju su radili studenti mirovnih studija grafičkog dizajna iz Zagreba sa profesorkom Ivanom Fabrio, gde su oni u šumu i u tu priču smestili priču o migrantima. Ježevo je ime prihvatnog centra za migrante u Hrvatskoj i onda su se oni dosetili i napravili jednu slikovnicu koja u stvari govori o ježu koji dolazi u novu šumu kao neka vrsta izbeglice i suočava se sa svim onim stavovima i predrasudama sa kojima se obično izbeglice suočavaju. I to je nekako bila potka da se kasnije sa tom slikovnicom dalje rade radionice sa decom i tako dalje. Takođe tu smo predstavili i izdanje autorke Silvije Šesto koja piše o tome kako jež obnavlja kuću nakon zemljotresa i onda se pokušava da se sada u ovom savremenom svetu snađe, da nađe neko ko će biti dovoljno solidaran da mu u tome pomogne. U ovom delu su svi ovi intervjui o kojima smo pričali i ovaj sam šator, recimo, ne postoji u priči, ali nekako kada smo razgovarali sa decom o tome šta postoje, šta je šuma i kako šuma izgleda, i to je bio jedna od ideje šta mora da se nađe na toj našoj izložbi, a nama je onda poslužio da pokrenemo priču o tome šta u stvari nama svima znači dom i kuća i koliko nam je važno da bismo bili dobro, da verujemo da je to mesto sigurno i da to bude mesto sigurnosti, a koliko opet u savremenom svetu je situacija takva da kada otvorite vesti, vrlo na puno mesta u svetu to nije situacija i za mnogo ljudi ovo privremeno pa i duže bude neka vrsta doma. I ono što je zanimljivo, bili smo, kada se izložba otvorila, su se dešavale radionice sa decom različitog uzrasta i ove sve teme koje izložba pokreće su zapravo mogle da se pokrenu i raspletu i sa jako malom decom i sa odraslima i oni su mogli da se nekako i međusobno svi oko toga razumeju i nekako malo i zapitaju. Tako da nam je izložba i kad se otvorila poslužila kao poligon za rad sa publikom i tu nam je mnogo pomogao studentski klub, nekih 30 mladih ljudi koji su se snalazili u raznim okolnostima sa mnogo dece, sa odraslima, sa srednjoškolcima, vodili, organizovali, igrali se i tako dalje. Tako da je izložba, zahvaljujući njima, nekako imala baš taj život kakav smo zamislili. Ovde vidimo sad fotografije bez ljudi, ali možete da uživate u Sinišinim rešenjima. Tako da, ovo je ta večera kod Lije, odnosno ručak, da. Razne vizure. Šta sam još? Da, ovo je doprinos studentkinje scenografije, to je njihova maketa, oni su svakog lika smestili, nekako imali su dve glavne asocijacije, Muzej Jugoslavije i Ježeva kućica i onda su svakog od likova iz priče kreirali kao nekog lika koji je živao u Jugoslaviji u nekom trenutku, pa je svinja tako švercer koja je 90-ih i švercuje benzin, a pre toga farmerke iz Trsta, ovo je jež, ovo je scena ručka i dolazimo pred kraja ovog dela, dolazimo do tog samog teksta, ovo je original rukopisa koji je napisan 46. objavljen par godina kasnije i tu su onda različite izdanja i ovo su crteži od kojih smo krenuli, tako da i ovo su razna izdanja. Na jednom segmentu postavke bavimo se i time šta se desilo sa Ježevom kućicom tokom u periodu raspada Jugoslavije. To smo nekako smestili u Vukovu kuću jer su deca njega videla kao on je bio zao lik u priči i tu mora da se desi nešto strašno i onda smo to iskoristili da samo napomenemo i ukažemo na nekoliko tih primjera kojim su nam se činili ilustrativnim, kako se sa raspadom Jugoslavije nekako brisao i taj jugoslovenski predznak koji Ćopićevo delo ima. I nekako smo to probali da kontrastiramo sa njegovim izjavama u kojem on baš insistirao na tom nekom zajedničkom identitetu i zajedničkom jeziku i pisanju podjednako i na jekavici i na ekavici i tako dalje. Tako da nismo išli u detalje šta se dešavalo sa pričom, kada je bila deo lektire, jeste ili nije, ali smo kroz nekoliko primjera i kroz intervjue se pozabavili i time. Drugi deo izložbe se bavi životom i radom Branka Ćopića. Ja se nadam da ćemo doći dotle, da, što se tiče fotografija, ovde živi Ježurka Ježić. I tu je jedna klasičnija muzejska postavka, to je jedno rešenje koje nudi s jedne strane hronologiju koja se bavi životom i radom Ćopića, malo širi kontekst vezan za istorijske događaje, šta se u tom trenutku dešava u Jugoslaviji, a ono što je nama bilo najvažnije su zapravo citati iz njegovih intervjua gde su posetioci mogli nekako da iz prvog lica čuju njegov komentar na važne događaje u njegovom životu. I ne bih se ovde mnogo sada zadržavala, jer pretpostavljam da je vreme pri kraju, ali hronologija se završava sa Ćopićevim suicidom i bilo nam je važno i dugo smo se sa tim borili kako ćemo se pozabaviti tom temom i pozvali smo u pomoć psihološkinju, odnosno psihoterapeutkinju, psihijatricu Anu Božanić-Đukanović i sa njom zapravo prošli ovu Ćopićevu biografiju, prikupili razne materijale, citate iz priča, iz intervjua i tako dalje i sa njom snimili jedan razgovor gde se u stvari zadržavamo na onim tačkama koje su mogle biti mesta traume, bolna mesta i koje su mogla da utiču na Ćopićevo mentalno zdravlje. Bilo nam je nekako važno da na kraju izložbe postoji jedno to mesto gde se posetilac nekako prođe to sve iz te jedne vizure, zato što smo tokom istraživanja nailazili na zaista jedan vrlo, kako bih rekla, senzacionalistički i neodgovoran odnos prema činjenici da je Ćopić izvršio suicid i dan danas vrlo često izlaze tekstovi i tokom istraživanja smo u stvari sa ljudima kad smo razgovarali, mnogi od njih su rekli da su prvi put čuli kao deca za suicid kada se to desilo Branku i onda smo shvatili i znali smo na izložbu će dolaziti svakako i deca i shvatili smo da moramo tu nekako da budemo posebno pažljivi i da ovo možda bude mesto na izložbi gde će se pokloniti pažnja odnosu prema mentalnom zdravlju. I tako da na samom kraju hronologije posetilac može da čuje taj razgovor i ono što je bilo važno kada završite ovu svu priču, vi se nekako vraćate i sa tim ću završiti. Ono što deli ove dve sale je jedan citat koji kaže, i od tuda i naslov izložbe, citat kaže: nekada mi se čini da je dečija literatura samo jedan način bežanja od realnosti, od neljudskog sveta, čovjek se sakriva izmišljajući jedan svet koji je bolji od onog koji ga okružuje. I zato se izložba zove Izmišljanje boljeg sveta i zato nam je bilo važno da se ovako organizuje prostor da vi kada završite ovu hronologiju morate da se opet vratite u, uslovno rečeno, onaj prostor kreativnosti i taj bolji svet koji nam je Ćopić kroz svoja dela ostavio. Tako da jasno je, nije ta granica bila tako jasna i u ovom prostoru vezano za Ježevu kućicu je kako prodiru elementi realnosti, opet ovaj deo koji je uslovno rečeno dokumentaran je i prostor kreativnosti, tu smo na neki način, je Siniša pokušao da nekako ne rekonstruiše, ali rekreira neku uslovno rečeno piščevu sobu. Tako da to je nekako bilo je važna i ta putanja, kretanja da bi se nekako oba segmenta izložbe na pravi način povezala. Eto, to je sad nekako ukratko o izložbi, a ne znam sad što se tiče same aplikacije. Ovo je Sara, moja koleginica Sara Sopić, sa kojom sam radila izložbu, ali nije mogla danas da se pridruži. Pozdravljam. Ovo su slike iz Ćopićeve kolekcije, njegovi lični predmeti, radni sto. Dalje. Ovo su neki snimci noćni, ali toliko bih, ne znam da li mislim da je dovoljno o samom projektu, sad što se tiče procesa apliciranja, mislim da ima dovoljno vremena, koliko se ja sećam, tako je nekako, tako je i nama trebalo. Ono što sam već rekla, što bi svakako preporučila, pogledajte, ako vam nije jasno koje ste kategorije iz objašnjenja, pogledajte kako izgledaju formulari, tu može da pomogne. Čini mi se da je nama ova kategorija najviše odgovarala, jer smo se isto tako razmišljali da li možda se prijavimo za edukaciju ili za istraživanje, tako da to smo negde zapravo videši formular, odlučili šta bi bilo najbolje. Takođe, važni su i zgodni su ovi webinari koji vam zaista detaljno objašnjavaju bilo kakvu nedoumicu. potrebno je da sve fotografije, da imate dozvolu i da znate čije su fotografije. Ako je neko na fotografiji, to se nama desilo da nismo sve prepoznali. Mogu za kraj samo da pustim te fotografije koje su išle u samu aplikaciju, možda bi to bilo korisno. Jel se vidi?
Dalje su ove fotografije sa slajda.
Dalje su te. Dobro, sad ću da... Mislim, ovih nema previše. Stop share. Da probamo ponovo. To moram vidjeti. Jesam uspela?
Vidimo, da, samo što je isto preview.
Stop share. Sada vidimo. Jel sada dobro?
Jeste.
Dobro. Ovo je tih nekih 30 fotografija koje smo na kraju odabrali. I ono čega se sećam da je bilo važno je nekako i to da li metodologija koju ste koristili može da nekako možete vidjeti u vašem projektu nešto što može da se primeni u nekom drugom kontekstu. Takođe, postoji pitanje šta biste uradili ukoliko dobijete nagradu, na koji način, da li postoji neki korak dalje koji bi vam eventualno pomoglo dodatno finansiranje. To je u našem slučaju, mi ćemo, ukoliko se to desi, pokušati da napravimo putujuću verziju izložbe, jer postoji interesovanje za nju. Ovo su pripadnici zajednice gluvih koji su napravili film o kojem sam pričala. Orkidan rukopisa, nekoliko. Mislim da je tu Kamilin savjet bio da ima više fotografija sa ljudima. To mi nismo baš do kraja ispoštovali, ali ima ih. I eto, ovo su neke fotografije sa radionica. Tako da ja bih ovde završila, ukoliko sam nešto propustila, tu sam.
Hvala puno, Mirjana, ovo je stvarno fantastična priča, mislim da je Branko Ćopić zaista za sve nas, posebno rođenih 70-ih i 80-ih, stvarno važna osoba u našim životima i ova poema. Tako da mislim, i mene si sada dotakla i sad mi je žao što nisam bila da pogledam izložbu. Zaista i stvarno se nadam da će to dobiti neku putujuću verziju i da ćemo imati prilike da je vidimo. Ja bih se sad fokusirala na naše gošće iz Europa Nostra International koje će dati odgovore na pitanja koje ste postavljali. Mi smo ih u jednom odvojenom dokumentu prevodili, tako da su one dobile sva vaša pitanja. So I would like to invite Emila and Camila and Elena, sorry. The two of you are Emila. Sorry. So you got the questions, so please take the floor and answer. And also I would like to invite people who joined this webinar to also ask questions and if they need some clearing up as well. So please.
Yeah, you can ask them live as well. It's nice to hear your voice. Otherwise, it's only the four of us speaking. It's nicer to have direct contact. But let's start from the questions that you put in the chat in the registration form. I see that the first one of today was about the Public Choice Award, the voting. So I already put in the chat the link for you to vote for 2025 edition. The question was about which are the projects which run for this voting, and they are the up to 30 winners of each year. So it's not they are not the 60 shortlisted projects, but only the winners of the awards. So they are every year up to 30, and yeah, these are the ones which run for the Public Choice Award. Then the second question was referring to the duration of the projects, whether it matters if it's a long standing project or not. So basically, the awards, they are given to the best practices, meaning that for conservation and research, they have to be completed within the last 3 years. But of course, sometimes conservation projects, they last 20 years. So it's not a problem when a project started, but for conservation and research, they have to be completed within the 3 years. Whereas for education, training and skills, and citizens engagement and awareness raising categories, they can either be completed within the last 3 years, or they can be still ongoing, but they have to be at an advanced stage. So it's not an award for projects at the very, which are only an idea or at the very early stage of the process, but they have to be already advanced. And this answer also another question which was included in the chat. Then Maria was asking whether you can apply with two projects. Yes, you can apply with 2 projects, also in different categories, but you have to submit 2 different entries. As Camilla suggested, please first read the entry forms for the category you want to apply in to see whether your project is mature enough to be submitted, or is the right project to submit. But you can submit even 2 projects. That's not a problem. Then the other question was about the role of the owner of a site within the submission. It was asked during the registration of one of you. And so the owner has to be informed about the submission, and for conservation and research, they have also to fill in a declaration. So they have to sign a declaration, but the owner, unless it's also the entrant, doesn't have an active role during the submission. But it's important that the entrant inform the stakeholders, the owner, about the submission. Camilla, do you want to add anything else at this point?
Yeah, no, as you mentioned, the role of the owner is limited to signing the documents that are on the that you will find on the application form. So yeah. It's the communication will be all with the entrant. So
yeah, I think these were the questions. No, Milica, Camilla, do you see other questions?
I put all of them.
Yeah, okay, then we answer them. But maybe there are additional questions now from the participants.
Ima pitanja? Do you have any questions for our guests? Leila.
Yes, I would have maybe a little bit of a dumb question.
But if you don't mind just highlighting once again the sort of parameters for the completion of the program. So what does it mean for the program to have been completed in full? What is the standard?
Yeah, it's when you have a project in restoration and research, when you come to it at the end of your project, then you can submit it. There are also projects, especially in conservation, large scale projects that decide to submit a certain phase of the conservation, because if it's a restoration which takes 25 years, they can decide, for example, to submit only the restoration of the facade. But then it has to be clear in the submission that it's only for that phase. Although I must admit that the selection committee and the jury, they usually prefer to see the full completion of the project.
Mm-hmm. Of course, makes perfect sense. But I also just wanted to know more in the tangible terms. When we're talking about completion, we're talking about, okay, so the exhibit, the entire project is now closed, or does it mean that it's now open for the audiences? Does it mean, so for example, here with Ježeva Kućica, does it mean for them specifically that it needed to have finished entirely their entries for people who came to see it, that the exhibition had to have been closed and then that they could submit? Or does it mean that the moment that it's open for the public, it can be submitted to for the awards?
Yeah, thanks for the question. You were referring to a project which was submitted in the citizens engagement and awareness raising. And as I mentioned, this category, together with education, training, and skills, are the ones which allow to submit projects which are still ongoing. So that's why in their case, the project was not fully completed, but only for conservation and research. Then it has to be completed. You need to have an evaluation of the project and some results of the project. But for projects in citizens engagement, awareness raising, and education, training, and skills, they can still be ongoing. Maybe, Leila, you are referring to a specific project, and if you ask, it's easier to give you an answer to understand if your project is eligible, or it was just a general question.
It was, like you said, more specific in the context that the project that we're interested in applying with, it lasted, the entire sort of setup lasted for a few years, but only recently did we open for the public. It was barely a month ago. So I wanted to know how whether we would be eligible in that context, because we're trying to make this into a permanent exhibit that is going to be updated here and there. So I want to know, in that context, does it mean that the completion of the project is that it's now closed for the public, that they can't now ever see it again? Or does it simply mean that the project has reached its final stage and is now open to the public? So that was sort of the lines I was thinking.
So you are talking about an exhibition, so I guess that you would like to submit in citizens engagement and awareness raising, no?
Indeed, that was, I think, what I'm thinking of right now. This entire webinar has helped me a lot with trying to pinpoint. I was going to the forms. It was originally the first category that I was thinking would be the best, but then when you mentioned to go through the forms, I think the one that you just mentioned seemed
citizens engagement and awareness raising. So in that case, you can, the project is definitely eligible, but I suggest you to read carefully the form, because you would need also to provide with some facts and figures about the results that you have achieved so far. So if you think, for example, that next year you would have more data, more figures to share showing the impact of your project, then probably it's better to wait 1 year. If you think that after reading the entry form, your project has a chance because you already have enough information to write, then you can go ahead and apply this year.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's really helpful.
Još pitanja? Any more questions for our guests? Maybe for Mirjana, možda za Mirjanu.
I think I have one question. Sorry.
Please do.
Hi, I'm Tamara. I'm from the Museum of the 90s in Belgrade. That's the easiest name to pronounce, but we have a kind of complicated situation with like the main organization that we have and then the activities that we have within. And I was wondering for Europa Nostra, one question, how should we frame it, or like how should we apply? Because we were thinking of maybe doing the citizens category, but the structure we have like the foundation that is umbrella organization, and then we have the regional center for reconciliation and education that is based in Belgrade, and then we have the labyrinth of the 90s being the actual visible and impactful activity. But that exhibition has already traveled or visited Sarajevo. It's going to Montenegro now, and the permanent exhibition is based in Belgrade. So I have this question. Since the center is ongoing, but the labyrinth itself has delivered these strong results with more than 15,000 people who visited the exhibitions. Should we frame it as completed project with proven impact, or as an ongoing initiative that's still expanding the reach?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, in the situation is it's rather complicated. Maybe it's easier if you send us an email with some links and some information that we can read, because I don't want to tell you now, submit it as an exhibition and that's it, when we might see that there's a bigger chance to be recognized with an award if you submit it differently. So if you could send us an email, Tamara, I think that would be the best, and then we can immediately reply to you after.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a bit of a complicated situation, so I wanted just to be sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Any more questions?
Mogu ja dva pitanja, molim vas.
Može.
Pozdrav iz Sarajeva. Zanima me, ja nisam još, moram priznat, pažljivo pročitala obrasce za prijavu.
Dobro.
Zanima me da li je važno, da li iza projekta koji prijavljujemo stoji preduzeće, profitna ili neprofitna organizacija, preduzeće ili nevladina organizacija, to je jedno. I možda je glupavo pitanje ili možda previše pitam, ali možda mi Mirjana može odgovoriti šta misli zapravo da je presudno. Dakle, svaki projekat koji prijavljujemo ima različite dimenzije. Jer ona je govorila o tome da je bilo sugestija, da je više slika, da su na slikama ljudi čije se vjerovatno reakcije primijete i tako. Ali mene recimo zanima iz iskustva onih koji su već aplicirali šta nekako, na što bi možda valjalo obratiti pažnju u toj aplikaciji više nego na nešto drugo. Eto, otprilike tako.
Ok, hvala vam. Ja ću prevesti pitanje za gošće, a Mirjana će vam na našem odgovoriti. So the question was from Rubina is that who can apply for this award? Is it like a non-profit organization, or it can be anyone, or is there a profile of applicant that is
anyone can apply, So
anyone?
Anyone can apply,
including
NGO.
Individuals.
Yes, including individuals. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. As far as we said, the owner is informed and signed the authorization, and but anyone can apply. Can be an organization or individuals or authorities. Yes.
Znači, svako može da se prijavi bez obzira da li je individualna osoba, privatno lice ili firma ili neprofitna organizacija, znači svi mogu da apliciraju. Ono što oni traže jeste da se, ako je neko drugi vlasnik, da se dokaže da je vlasnik informisan, to jest da daje dozvolu.
Ok, hvala puno.
Eto. The other question is for Mirjana, so she will answer in our language.
Mislim, možda bi bilo dobro i da im prevedemo pitanje, možda će biti interesantno da čujemo
i drugo pitanje.
Da, Elena, it was about what I think was the key why we received the award. What is the thing that you should accent in the application? So I guess you also can maybe even more than me. I can guess what was the thing that gave us the award, but maybe your perspective is also good to hear here in this question. So I don't know, I'm going to da pričam ipak ja na srpskom biće.
Ma kako vam je lakše? Kako vam je lakše?
So I'm going through the application and there is this I think in our case the methodology and the openness, the inclusiveness of the way that we worked.
Exactly.
Was But you can maybe I'll think about it more. But I think this was the thing that we were also somehow I can say proud of it, because we tried to have an open platform and to listen to everyone from the beginning, not to tell to people what is this, what is it all about, but to put it as open as possible, to that everyone can participate with their own piece of puzzle in a way. There are these questions, how this contributes to international dialogue, intercultural dialogue. Can this be transferred to other contexts? What is this? I guess this European significance is also the part where you can be just creative, just think about it, how this could be, because this is very local in a way, it's regional, but we have a story that is, for us, it's important, but then through the application, we tried to explain how these small, let's say small, but stories about childhood that are the stories that matters to people can be something that connect us in a way. Možda bolje da kažem sve na srpskom, ali čini mi se da je to bilo nekako to što smo onda u aplikaciji, morate malo da zamišljate kako bi to što ste radili predstavili. Pretpostavljam da žiri nema pojma koja je to priča i samo mogu da nam veruju da nam je važna. A onda smo pokušali da kroz to kako su različiti ljudi se nekako uključili i različite pozicije, i deca, i studenti, i gluvi, kako ne znam, eto, mislim da je to što smo, nadam se, uspeli da ostavimo otvoren proces do kraja, da je to bilo nekako to što nas je nekako izdvojilo, verovatno.
Yeah, if I may, Mirjana, indeed, you said right about the reasoning behind receiving an award is the inclusivity, the European values that this exhibition share, and also, you said that it's a local story, but it's a book which has been translated into many languages. So it has it's spread also in other countries, and it's an intergenerational project. So this is also what we like to stress and to promote. And the jury thought that it's a very good example of this type of exhibitions, which could inspire other similar exhibitions based on other literature pieces, poems, children's book, as you did, yeah. And if you go to our website, each winner has a dedicated page, and at the bottom of the page there's also the jury citation. So if you are interested about the reasoning behind other awards, then you can find them on our website.
Great, thank you so much. It is so important to put all the information on the website, and it's really, really valuable.
Thank you very much for answers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rubina.
Okay, Jadranka has a question for the hedgehog. Is it going to be exhibited?
We don't know still. Pregovaramo i u stvari, mislim, kažem, mi smo se zbog toga i prijavili, da budem iskrena, to je bio jedan od razloga, zato što pokušavamo da nađemo sredstva da izložba odputuje. Tako da za sad još uvek nemam, postoji interesovanje, ali nismo ništa definitivno dogovorili.
Let me add that we hope that the awards can help also convincing and to exhibit it in other places. So we are campaigning and promoting this best practice. So let's hope. I really hope, Mirjana, that you will manage to organize another exhibition.
Yes, that was her answer. So you are learning our language. It seems like. Okay, thank you all. I think it's time, 1 and 2 minutes. Thank you all for participating. This recording of this webinar will be on our YouTube channel posted, and I will send you all the presentations and the links shared in this chat, so you can find out there more. Thank you so much, Elena and Camila, for joining, and Mirjana for joining. I hope this webinar inspired you and that you got all the information that will help you to apply. And if you have any questions, please turn to Camila and Elena, and to us if you have any more questions about Creative Europe.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Milica and Bojan, for organizing this and for being our ambassadors in your country. We really really thankful for your job and for your collaboration. So thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you, and vote for Hedgehog House. Glasajte za Ježevu kućicu, i dalje je otvoreno glasanje, tako da pomozite Muzeju Jugoslavije i ovoj fantastičnoj izložbi o kojoj ste čuli sada da dobijene i nagradu publike. Public award, Public award, yes?
Public Choice Award, yes. That's
Public
the
Choice
English,
Award, yes.
That's the English name.
Okay, see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.